Hello guys, it's me again. Yeah, not that you have expected someone else, but yeah, I'm obligated to say that it's me, because you may think that somebody else has gotten my place, but no, just same old me. Here we will make just little folds, so we can make a little more silhouette, because from front view it was just flat, and this is not quite good. I want to make a silhouette, and the silhouette shouldn't be symmetrical. Sorry about that, but the silhouette shouldn't be symmetrical at all. This is not good, and symmetry is a good thing in some places, but in some places it's a nightmare. We just have to figure out where the symmetry will be good and where it will be just not good. And the places where the symmetry will not be good are everywhere. So yeah, basically those bandages or wraps on the hands will be symmetrical, but probably at the end when I make them, if I don't forget, I will just break the symmetry, because nothing is symmetrical in real life. He cannot do the bandages and make them exactly symmetrical. It's impossible. You can imagine that. So it's a good thing to think about those things. Think about those things. Pretty much thinking. So don't forget to think. Some places you have to think, not look at the concept that much, because the concept won't say everything. I can make some plane here. So thinking, and also looking for references. Now I'm looking for references for baggy pants for men, but they're not exactly super nice, but they can give me a little bit of an idea where to put where the folds are coming from, like coming from the top and going a little bit outside. Some of them here are going inside, and there could even be like this one coming here, but we have to sculpt them in order for them to look good. Otherwise they will look just ordinary. And folds are pretty much the thing that it will either help your model or it will ruin it completely, because many people are making good models, but the folds are just not even generic. They are just not realistic, and not realistic and not interesting. And in our area of work, we have to make the things first interesting and then realistic. But the folds, if they have to be interesting, if they have to be believable, they have to be more or less realistic. Not completely, of course, because yeah, for complete realistic folds you might turn your attention to Marvelous Designer, probably. But the problem with Marvelous Designer is that sometimes, and not less times, but many times, it makes folds just a little bit too complicated, a little bit too much. And it's better to have few but very well placed folds instead of many. Just they will mess up your mind, you know, there will be too much detail, and sometimes we don't want that. Sometimes the too much detail on the wrong places will just ruin your model. So you have to consider this, or at least you might consider this. It's just my recommendation. So let's move this and see it. Okay, from this direction. It's cool. I won't make the swords now, the sword and the axe. I won't be making him now, because it's too early for them. I will make them very much before probably I make the hair and the beard with fiber mesh. Hair and the beard with fiber mesh will be one of the last things I do before maybe posing the model. And even I may do it before that or after that, we'll see. So let's, no, zero mesher. I was aiming for Dynamesh, so let's escape and do Dynamesh with this subdivision 120. It's very good, it's very nice. It's a little bit too much probably. So let's try with 90. The thing is that Dynamesh, it depends on your model's size. And you can never tell if 90 for Dynamesh will be a lot or little before you just tested it. And it's worth nothing to test it because you can control Z at any time and it will be fine. So just test it. Sometimes for little meshes I was doing like Dynamesh on this level, like 2000, 3000 or something, which is a lot. And I'm not proud of it, no. Of course, for little mesh, it's normal, and the density was like this. But this is 90, because the mesh is pretty big. Bitch, what? Okay. Yeah, I'm excused by my not knowing of English. I don't know what bitch is, so I can just mistakenly say it without knowing that it's a word. This is cool. Not that this is the case, but it could be, right? So let's see how this goes. This goes like this and then goes right down. Maybe something like I've done it here. Hopefully it's like this. It's not that difficult to make a concept without the backside, especially if you don't have a lead artist or someone who will tell you, yeah, the back, you have made it, it's good, I like it, but it's not what I have imagined. That's the lead artist. They said it like this. I like your style, I very much appreciate what you have done, but it's not exactly what I imagined for the project. So let me get you a little feedback and then you will get completely new model. Yeah, I'm joking, of course, but sometimes things happen like this. So if you just if you are with yourself and you're doing a model for yourself, you will have nothing to worry about. You can make the back if you don't have it. You can make it whatever. It's your choice. But if you have some client working for client or something, you should be careful and you should ask about the back. Do I need to have a concept for the back or something? And they will tell you probably that they will tell their artist to make a sketch for the back because the colors are known, the forms pretty much known, and just a sketch to see what's on the back exactly will be enough. So the back doesn't need to be that detailed. Some very good concept artists though are making the back pretty much detailed, a lot of detail, you know. But that's up to them. Of course I appreciate that, I appreciate the detail, and yeah, I'm happy with it. So that's why I said that this concept is not from the best I've seen, because it doesn't have a back, it doesn't have the weapons separately from front view exactly, just to be able to see exactly the size and the proportions. But that's not a problem, especially for experienced artists. Of course, to be an experienced artist, you have to gather experience. And to gather experience, you have to work. Life is like a game, like RPG. You are the hero, of course, and you have skills that you can develop. And if you choose your hero to sit in front of the TV, eating popcorns or chips or tortillas or whatever, drinking beer, and just wandering around, he will not only not get any skills, but he will also gain weight, diabetes, and he will not be happy with his life. When you're learning something new, and when you're starting to be good at it, and when you want that new thing in your life, probably you will be very happy. Just this will make you happy. Why I'm making this so thick? Because it doesn't matter too much what thickness it is for now. We will make the thickness very precisely in the next phase. But for now, we'll leave it like this and be glad that we have it. Yeah. Okay, this is the belt. It will go through this chest area, and the other belt will go to the chest area, and it's going from there, of course. So I may even, sometimes I even color this 3D sketch, and it's when it's colored, it will start to look almost like a real model, which is why some people had asked me, why do you need another week to finish this character? We are seeing it finished. And how do you explain them that this is not exactly what you want your model to look like at the end? This is just a preview phase. And I'm spending this kind of time in preview phase. I told you that because in preview phase, you better spend this time than spending it in the other phase, like double or something. Here we can, of course, see how the back will look like compared to the other things, to the front, of course, and stuff like this. Okay, so this is the belt, and this is the belt from the back. And as you can see, my decision for the back is to have torn out the pants and to see his butt. But that's artist's decision, you know. You can justify that by say, okay, if you can do it better, do it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. From the back, some kind of folds a little bit. This will go from the bottom, and this belt. This will be a little bit of difficult area because the belt, but this behind the belt, this fabric thing, I'm not sure how it's in English. It has a lot of wrinkles, no folds, and it folds over itself and stuff, and it will be pretty much difficult. So we have to pay more attention to it, because those areas, if we just skip them and make them whatever, they will define our model. So your model strength, your model value will be defined probably, as most things, by the weakest link. So if your weakest link are the hands or the feet or the wrinkles, the folds, you have to practice them. You have to find references. If you find a good reference for something like those baggy pants, if you find good reference for them, you will be just set, because you have to just copy the reference. Yeah, but you have to like it. You have to really like the reference. It shouldn't be just a reference, some reference, and yeah, I will get some things from this and some things from that, which mostly is the case because perfect reference is very, very difficult to find, sometimes impossible. So yeah, we have to adjust ourselves for whatever we have. This thing. So now I'm just refining a little bit those forms that I already established, and I will refine them a bit, and then they will be just fine. I will not be super detailed about this face. Why? Because we don't need it. We don't need to be. We just need to know where or what thing will go where. And that's it. That's the main idea of this thing. So one thing that I've noticed here is not the belt. The belt is just, I'm doing it for, yeah, like this. And some holes for fun. Another hole here. Another here. So my point is that when when I talk, I have to, when I work sometimes and think, it's difficult to talk. So what I was, okay. This thing is too short. But when he dropped his hands, these bandages, this thing is a little bit above them. So when drops hands, well, yeah, this is cool. So the biceps is ending and this is starting. The bicep is starting. Yeah, something is not exactly like here. Maybe his hands are too long, probably. Who knows? On the concept, I mean, because the neck is obviously too long. This is completely without a question. So the neck of our guy is more normal, and we will see if we will need to prolong it and to make it like giraffe neck. But for now, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Okay, this is a little bit thicker here. You have to acknowledge the thickness of the parts, because if you make it without thickness or with little thickness, it will not be exactly as good as the concept. And if you don't make it at least super close to the concept, because concept is good, and if you make your model like 70% as good as the concept, you will be pretty nice set. But if you don't, you know, make the things as good as they have to be, you will probably not be okay. So here we'll have some holes, just to know this is a belt. And this thing here is a... Okay, I noticed that. So yeah, we'll move this a little bit more, because this angle here is not as this, but this also is not as this. So our angles are a little bit sharper, and that's why we have this thing going on. But we will go a little bit more upwards, and the things will just be okay. At least, hopefully. So we have the back here visible. We can make it a 2, but we'll see. So this or this, I will move a little bit up front. And let's see, okay, this is going a little bit from this side. Let's move it just to see this whole thing visible. So it's starting from here, and if we look in exactly from the front, those things will be a little bit more on the side, so they're a little bit fatter. Yes, and they're a little bit more dull here, not that sharp, not the sharp tool in the shed, you know. Yeah, I know some sayings in English, maybe in American, I'm not sure where they come from. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Cotton Eye Joe. Okay. Oh, symmetry. Make this. And this part, this angle here, is a little bit above the boot, so it's okay. So I think this front part is okay. Let's combine it, merge down with the other, and then mirror, but into a Z-axis, and it will go in the back also. Sometimes it could go here, but we can move it, and we shall make double. Double is good, and then I will just adjust this, the back, because obviously it's the same, but the back has some rip parts which I want to have also because they look cool. And to have them, I will have to disable symmetry and then go here and just make this a little bit more of a rip part. Yeah, this will just resemble a rip part. It will not be exactly because we don't have too much polygons. They're hidden. And yeah, now we can see the model is starting to look pretty cool. Let's see our reference and our model. Our model has a little bit bigger head. And maybe if it's tall like this, yeah, a little bit bigger head. Also this shoulder is maybe a little bit bigger than it has to be, or it has to be a little bit more. Okay, this probably will have to move a little bit more upwards. And the chest here will be hidden by the shadow coming from the top. Because if our lighting is from the top and we make a render, you can see that this will be almost hidden. Here we don't have the thing like we have to have it. So it's coming from here and going back, coming from here and not going there. And yeah, I will have to remake this. And this here, we'll have to move it a little bit more downish, like maybe this area. Yeah, that kind of things are easy to fix now, and later also could be fixed if we notice them. But now we are working on this part and that part, just different parts, and we can easily notice if something is wrong. But when we start working exactly, it will be a little bit difficult. Here I need to make a belt, because there's something that has to hold this thing. It's not visible here, but it's behind the arm, so probably it will be around here. Yeah, I'm basically inventing some parts, but they are logical. So if something is logical and you want your model to look good and to be logical, you have to think logical. So how do these things will hold on his shoulder? They will hold by this belt here, with some caps probably here. This belt is holding them by those caps. Those caps are connecting the belt with the shoulder, and then the shoulder has its own caps that it's connecting the other pieces together. And at the end we have to have this here, because otherwise the shoulder will go this way, this way, this way. Not good, if I may say so. So we have to think about those things, or at least it's a good idea to think about those things. Otherwise, yeah, adding detail, it's a little bit confusing, since this model is pretty detailed, but we cannot see the other part of his body, so we don't know what's there, but we can imagine, because it's logical to have some belt and everything. I want even to make some kind of elbow protector here, but I won't do that because it's not in the concept. And yeah, it probably will look fine, but it's not in the concept, so let's not go over our heads in this. Let's try to make this a little bit thinner. I won't make it as thin as the concept. Even in the final version it will be a little bit thicker because I like the things to be a little bit thicker. I don't like them to be... And in the 3D world, you just don't make everything as thin as the concepts. You make it a little bit thicker, especially for game models. But we have to finish this video because it's already like 25 minutes. I'm just talking and not watching the clock, and this is not good. Okay, bye for now and see you in the next.